Hello, hello. Morning. Hope everyone is doing good. Audio seems to be fine. Everything seems to be fine. So we are looking at NQ and ES just like regular. NQ is on the left chart and ES is on the right chart. We had PPI news at 8:30. This is what it did. Pretty similar to CPI, which we had yesterday. That's fine. So I think we are in a higher time frame sell model. So I'm expecting bearishness. We have also got regular trading hour closing price at 23,024. On ES as well, we have got relative equal lows on ES, which can be target for the opening range. So let's see how it goes. We'll be waiting for market open. We still got 9 minutes. And then we'll be waiting for first presented fair value gap on either ES or NQ, but preferably on both, and then look for if it really wants to go lower or not. So, yeah, those equal lows are here. On ES, it's right at the regular trading arc closing price, which will be the low of the opening range gap. On NQ, it's much lower than that. So we can expect much bearishness on NQ. I expect. Let's see. But we are at all-time highs, and the news factor also ran higher. This is the higher time frame. MES 1 day, MNQ 1 day. So I was actually expecting prices to trade into the this volume imbalance on weekly chart at least, and this volume imbalance as well. If I open my drawings, yeah, it is marked like this in these annotations. So, yeah, let's see how things go. How is everyone doing here? Morning, morning. Although it's 11 p.m. from where I am from. About 7 minutes in market open. I would really like if you guys can be, you know, active or interactive in the chat section so that it's fun for us because we know we will be waiting here. So we can talk about random shit or maybe trading. prices are running higher. Let's see how it opens. So let's mark out some key buy side liquidity. It's gonna be an initial run. That's still too soon. Okay. Market opens in 4 minutes, and then we'll wait for the first presented fair value gap. If you guys can hit the like on this stream, that will be really helpful for me. Encourages me as a new channel, so it can run to these highs and then use this to run prices lower. What do we have here? So first present a fair value gap from last week's Thursday. We are waiting for market open. Three minutes and market open. ES is currently trading into this 1 minute SIBI and first present a fair value gap from last week's Wednesday. Okay, looks like it wants to run lower from here. NQ was also trading in this SIBI. That's one. Remember that yesterday we did not get our first present a fair value gap until 10 o'clock, and that is why it was not really a profitable day session in the early morning, but I ended up making it all back. I posted my trade over my YouTube that I made back everything and ended the day profitably on this account that we started on Friday. Today I will also be trading on my evaluations, so I did not take any trade during the day. Let's see how things go here. So yeah, we started this account from $2,000. So we did 1256. Today is the fourth trading day on this account. We got straight 3 days winner. Let's see how it goes today. I'm on my evaluations 2 day win streak as well. Let's see how things go there. Right, market opens. We have got our opening price. 0.5. Okay. So, 0.25. Yeah. Nine, let's check the regular trading hours now. Yeah, yeah, what they for time to reach the terminus. Alright, let's go. One more closes. It's key by side, so this can be our first presented fair value gap. Alright, trades directly to the consequent encroachment. Running fast. This is new slow. Right at the close of the opening range gap. Volume imbalance. On NQ, it has traded to this, just like we expected earlier. I said that NQ could be more bearish because we have got these equal lows as the key sell side. These equal lows. Right, NQ is trading higher. We are waiting for our first presenter fair value there. Yes, to be honest, if things are really bearish, the S looks strong, trading from the high opening week opening gap of this week. Things look bullish here. Right to stagflation. It's lower from this breaker. I'm taking a short. Now let's wait. Alright, open range gap is closed on NQ. Continues further lower. About to refer midnight open price. Yes, is acting too sticky and bullish. I'm looking at these equal lows at target at the terminus for sure. If it gives us fair value gap here and then allows us a good entry. because I think ES will follow soon. You've got this volume imbalance. If it closes just like how we expect, then this will be a good entry. No, yep, closes inside, no fair value gap yet. Wait, and ES is still acting bullish from the new week opening gap high from this week, but I think it's going to soon start falling lower. This is a key um, fair value gap as well because it swept, and there is this ICT lesson where he teaches when 930 candle can be used. I think today this is my study. I don't know. Otherwise, let's see. Or maybe we are going to get something here and then continue lower. Now, straight it to the consequent encroach window. I'm taking a short here. All right, I'm in a position on my evaluations as well, targeting 2293 as my target and 22,043.5 as my stop. Yes, still looks bullish and no fair value gap here. So took this trade against my rules, but it traded to consequent encroachment and it looked good after that. So I'll stick to my stop loss, which is a tick above this on my valuation. Order field looks bullish. Not really bullish, but let's see. Not a good trade. Lost 276 on my evaluations. Hey Rashik, how are you doing? Just took a loss here. This was very much expected. It was emotional entry. Tempted to go again because ES seems to be following. Alright. I'm going again. This time the stop is 23053.5 above the consequent encroachment. And we are targeting these equal lows. Let's go. ES is falling. 22992.5. Oh no. Oh, thank God. 4.5. I'm just taking partials on that because I think it's really bearish. First presenter for maybe small. But on yes, we do have a proper first presenter fair value gap. This will be further confirmation of my trade. Order field. So I've added more on my valuation because I'm taking 3 off at 22992.75 on those accounts. I've got 8 contracts on. ES has traded to 0.25 of the opening range. This is the PPI low on ES. So things look bearish. Filled in this fair value gap and acting bearish. So yes, yes. Can trade a little higher because ES has got this unprill and this order block as well. Our stop is safe. Let's see. Now ES follows Looks good. Should continue lower and you should expand. We are about to enter macro. 4 minutes. I don't like this reaction. Under midnight open price and under 8:30 as well. So we are in discount region on NQ. These annotations should act as resistance, or maybe ES now wants to trade into this inefficiency that we were talking about earlier using the first presented fair value gap from Monday. This is this week's, so it is holding this currently, and NQ has acted much stronger as compared to yes, although it did make a lower low. We are at all-time highs, so things can turn bullish very quickly. So this is why these annotations really help me on my chart, because I can see why it is spending so much time, and if it is reversing, then I can make up my mind with a really good risk to reward trade setup rather than sticking to my bias. So, yep, ES seems to be falling down, but NQ is not following it. Let's see if they want to close this minute like this, or will NQ follow. Currently in today's new day opening gap, this acting bullish. I've already taken one loss. Can trade to consequent enforcement, to be honest. I don't like this. I don't know why this happens a lot with my charts. I'm going to open it. Okay. Alright, ES refers 0.75 like the upper quadrant of the opening range and then runs lower. We are about to enter macro in 2 minutes, like 1 minute after this candle. So because I was missing one candle on that, this happens with my charts a lot. I don't know why, although I do have the real-time data and everything. Alright, seems to be running lower and about to give our first partial, which is at 22992.75 on my evaluation accounts. ES is about to hit the consequent encroachment. I think it should continue running lower, at least to these lows. This is PPI low. NQ has already dropped lower than the opening range gap, as I mentioned before my stream started, like in the start of my stream. Alright, first partial is filled. Where can we take our next 22969? It's really running lower. And we have got London lows at 612. Alright, that should be my terminus. 929. Oh my god, it missed my partial Viatic and it has hit the, like ES has hit the new week opening up low, also has taken the PPI low. I'm moving my stop break even, which is above the opening range high, 23,029.25. Currently, I'm managing on two different, two, alright, first partial has been filled. Alright, there the partial was 69.75 on my valuation. That has been filled. That's nice. Let's see if it wants to continue or not. On my valuations, I'm up $500. I have booked 333 with my partials and currently stopping myself out at 23,033, which is 033. So my entry is not as good as this one. Yeah. Because I added partials, and when you add partials, it gets worse when you book them. But I think we should be safe, and it should continue lower, make new lower lows. This was manipulation as 8:30 news driver, and yeah, but we are still going to be looking if it wants to reverse or not because we are at all-time highs. This is one inefficiency which it can easily invert. It has not filled in the opening range gap fully and has not taken these equal lows, which it has on NQ, just like we mentioned. At the start, traded to zero point 0.5 level, that was very much expected. I was about to mention that, and should continue running lower to at least clear these lows on ES, and on NQ it should continue making lower lows for the day. Hopefully, let's see. I just use all of these annotations to understand like what the price is actually doing and if it wants to reverse from these annotations or not. Actually, like if you see how it reacted to the tick to 0.25 level. So if it had inverted this even after touching to 0.5 level, and then dipped again and then bounced up, then we could have used this as a reversal, bias. It can still do so because you see it has still not taken the lows. Bodies are still above. Use the new week opening gap low again beautifully. So yeah, those annotations I like everything on the chart. You need to have an overall narrative and an overall like a higher time frame bias, which is actually the, if I show you, busy low on the weekly chart. Right now, I'm managing this position. I think it can trade into this inefficiency and to this order block. But I'm going to stick with my stop here because these equal lows are really tempting on ES. Did that make any sense, Rashid? Like, was I able to explain it? Like, it's not like I'm going to, and also to take my partials. Yeah, that is one of the other thing that I use it for. There's always liquidity to target, bro, as far as markets are open. You just need to practice one session, I would say. Like right now, I only play after 9:30 a.m. until 11:30 is my time window where I can uh, take trades. I have back tested that model. I have my charts, I have my notes, I have all the rules and everything. It's just me which, you know, hinders the process. So we are in macro 9:57, 7 minutes. This is 9:48, just prior to macro referred 0.75 here, opening range low, and now seems to be going continuing lower to the new week opening gap high from last week. I've got two contracts open on my evaluation. We can expect 10 o'clock to trade into some kind of premium. What stage are you at, Nashik, if you meant it literally? But I would say, man, everyone has their own, journey and learning process and learning curve. I would say just keep back testing, keep taking notes, keep going through his videos because, if you have, even if you have taken notes, we feel that we know everything that he has told in that video. But when you go through it again, like I still go through that IFTA video and, how the algorithm basically books price. It's, I think, co-content a month one. That is the best um thing that I keep on repeating. So, yeah, and everyone has their own uh, challenges, I would say. Like, I know there are certain things that I need to stop doing in order to be consistently profitable, and it's only me which makes it worse for myself. We have got 10 o'clock open. Let's see how this trades. I think it will at least reflect this range. Oh, break even stage. So, yeah, man. How long have you been trading for? I've been trading for 4 years, and I discovered ICT last year only, and it has made me like made my journey much easier. Like now I know it's just me, which is making the process more difficult and slower for myself. But I do not have any problem with his strategies or concepts. Like, they are so precise, man. Like you cannot get this precise and without any indicators or anything. Like I've got nothing. I've only got these annotations, and that's all I need. Not TEBDA, IBDA, basically IPDA. IBDA, Enterprise Delivery Algorithm. And man, like I would say I cannot replicate this thing because the way ICT has explained in his co-content one, I would say go through his content, and then I will only be unfair to it, but I'll give you a little hint of it, so in this he basically explains like how the algorithm basically books price. Like you see this expansion, he tells that what basically follows expansion, which is this type of consolidation. So consolidation is always where a move start, and then there's expansion, and then he explains very specific rules uh, which the algorithm follows, and it really helps you build the narrative. Oh, that's nice. So, have you been only trading NQ for 5 years? I started my journey with crypto futures, man, and yeah, that was wild. With basic retail concepts, somewhere around 2021. I might add more in this region if it allows me and shows bearishness on both. So I think since 1 year, I have only been watching NQ to trade, and watching ES as well, obviously, for SMT divergences, and just like I'm watching here. Um, that is basically Zui's concept, if I'm not wrong. I'm not really sure. I haven't gone through his concepts a lot. But if I'm not wrong, he basically teaches 90-minute time cycles, and he says that every 90 minute, um, high and low is really key, and you can expect a reversal, basically, if I'm not wrong. I've not really gone through his content a lot, like educational content. I used to watch his like execution videos a lot with ICT's um, spaces in as background audio. So yeah, no worries, man. But I would highly recommend to go through his content. Like ICTs and keep taking notes. I know it's, boring and everything, but it's really worth it. And especially for a person like me, I love markets, like trying to read price and what it's doing. I remember that I got to know about this in 2021, like crypto futures, and since then I'm hooked onto these charts, and I won't mind getting into 3 hour or 4 hour video of his when I've got time, and do it on my own pace, taking notes and everything, trying to learn more and more, but trying to reduce my execution and everything, because I'm only like, you can only make money once you know how to protect it. So I'm adding more here on my evaluation. And now my entry on my evaluation is 23004, because I think it should continue running lower now. And that was all that it could provide as premium. So about to take the liquidity that I mentioned on ES. If you guys are learning from this and can drop a like, that will be very helpful. Really encourages me as a new channel. So now it can use this as premium array. That is what I learned from Zuizi. I think that previous 30-minute cycles low candle can be used as resistance. I did backtest it and did not find much, use to it. So it's not really in my notes. I've seen it, violate this many times and trade into this inefficiency and then continue lower. So that is why I have not even moved my stop on my evaluation. I booked 332, and right now my entry is 23004 with 3 contracts, and my stop loss is sitting at 23033, same as here, and I'll be losing 173. So net I'll make $160 on this trade. We have got this new week opening gap high, which it can retest. On ES, it's a bit higher. Also got this 1 minute CB. That is your model, silver bullet. Now, maybe it want to continue higher as well. That can be the case as well. And maybe that might be it. And we might be offside. But let's see how it plays out. I got profitable like 6 months ago. So, and I'm back to break even, to be honest. So, I'm still in that journey, and it's not like once it has clicked for you, so it will start working. It's not like that. It's a constant struggle, and it's all about how well you manage your life, yourself, and everything. So, ES is reacting bullish just after hitting the regular trading hour closing price. Gave this fair value gap, which is silver bullet, and can be the possible reversal to the highs. We'll wait for at least uh, see the market how it reacts in these inefficiencies to change our bias to long. Because on NQ, if you see on 1 minute time frame, this looks really jagged. So maybe it has already done the damage on the downside. It's not really smooth. While on the highs, you see, we have got equal highs. Just looking at like how strong the other things are acting, like it's always a confluence. Like you see here, this reacting this much bullish and not even trading into this fair value gap seems to be really bullish sentiment. And now it should return. And if it sticks to this and does not reverses it, because NQ has made higher high from this high, you see, that will be SMT. And you need to wait only. And then you need to take the risk. It's not 100% like you are going to be successful. That's why we always have our stop. So yeah. So this is yesterday's low on NQ. NQ can be using this as a breaker because this is the last up close candle. Yep, looks bullish. Let's see, I'll wait until this order block at least. Silver bullet has not been traded into yet, but this breaker can be the reason and the fact that it has already referred this new week opening gap high or not. So ES has referred the 0.5 level, took these high, which we were talking about as SMT. And you need to keep reading the market rather than pressing buttons. And that is what uh, differentiates a good trader from bad ones who can control their sales and basically take lead. It's all about confidence, man. Like right now, I would not like to buy this retest immediately. Although the new week opening gap high is right here, and there are two key annotations that can be used. This is a silver bullet. I'll also be watching ES and see if ES has still taken these lows or not. You see equal lows, equal lows, equal lows, equal lows. Although on NQ it is jagged, but ES looks really bearish. And this week I'm overall looking for lows and shorts because of this new week opening gap. Busy, not new week opening gap, I'm sorry, weekly busy, which is annotated like this. So, yeah, although we are trading at all-time highs and I'm not trying to pick a high here, but that is what I'm looking for. I'm ready to take it because I'm a scalper. You see, I've booked like 90% of my position. So I'm not scared if it stops me out here I've already done my trade. So and as I'm a scalper, I can be looking for longs. So now it is in this fair value gap, and I'll like to see how it wants to react. Yes, looks good to long from here, but to be honest, yes does not. And yes is much heavier. We have got this and this that can be used as inversion if they want to run it lower. And the fact that it is trading from this CB region just took this high and then running lower makes me not a good buyer here, to be honest. And then the earlier mentioned lower lows and the fact that we have been running higher and higher, so they might want to run some lows to knock retail out. It can always retest a fair value gap, man. Like always. Where can I find an example? Like here, if you see, uh, it did this, and if you go in 15 second, I'm pretty sure you will be able to find this being used as inversion to take this high at the open, or maybe 5 second or 10 second, I don't know. And like this fair value gap I'm talking about, not this whole first present fair value gap, this, but then it was later used to run the prices lower as well, and here as well, retest, retest, and then inverted it. It can do the same here as well. Okay, acting bullishly. Yes, has acted bullishly. Yeah, which means uh, bullish to be honest. But I'm still going to wait a little. If I wasn't short, then I would be waiting for the reaction to see for longs here. Alright, I'm moving my stop above this high, this recent high. So I don't really like this. And then I might look for long if it trades back into this. But let's see. This volume imbalance. It has got equal highs here. So I'm going to hmm, wait. All right. Let's see if it wants to trade into this again. I don't think so. Think possible reversal here. NQ has traded into the fair value gap. Yep, I'm closing my long short. I'm sorry, and going in from here. My stop is 22,961. Okay. 22,961. Yes, below this. I want to lower than 960. 959.5. Alright, I'm not opening it on this account because I have made enough for the day on this account. Let's see if they want to enroll this should be or not. I'm actually moving my stop here. 986. 972. I'll put the long position here. 972. Actually, continue looking at because there is this order block kind of handle. 966.25. And then we can be targeting opening range gap 23,043 and 5. All right, using this effectively. I'm taking partial at 23,049.5 and holding on to this. Remember that we have still got these equal lows, and NQ has taken these equal lows already. Trading lower. Should hold this as an origin if they want to run prices higher. Mm, 60.5. Taking first partial at 49.25 if it allows us. Whenever you are minimizing your stop loss and you are increasing your chances to lose the trade as well, and it can run again, then you should be mentally and emotionally strong enough to enter again. If not, then it can really hinder your, you know, journey as a trader. That has affected me a lot. But I know that right now my current win rate is around between 40 to 45%. Um, and I am targeting to at least get it to around 50 to 53% because my average risk to reward is more than 3 or 2.5 at least. Um, Usually. So, yeah, and you would never know anything for sure. It's all about back testing. And to be honest, the time is the most important thing. Doing this has made me stop my short position, to be honest, because otherwise I would have stuck to my stop loss being here. After 10 a.m., it took this, made this, respecting the silver bullet really nicely on NQ and ES both. It is trading at all-time highs. So I think it can easily trade into the zero point 0.5 levels at least. If not, then yeah, there are more chances for it to run lower, to be honest. It can continue running lower, but to the tick, it has reacted. And if you see, it has not reacted that bearishly around zero point 0.5 level. It has retraced again to retest the new week opening gap low, respected the silver bullet previously. So let's see. And it's all about chance at the end of the day. You know nothing for sure that it's running for something for sure, for sure. If that made any sense. So I was previously thinking to moving my stop below this. Even that would have been, you know, protected until now. You never know. So, but it would have increased my chance and my bias would have been still in play if it run lower and, start running after this hit. So you need to balance your bias and how much you want to make and all of that. Currently, it's trading at below midnight open price, also below 8:30 price. So that is also one of the things that I consider if it is trading high or low. from those two price points that can act as determining my bias as well, like if it is trading premium or discount. I've opened five contracts, and I'm booking two at 23049.25 if it allows me at this point. It is currently at low, opening range gap low. Should invert this. Yes, has somehow filled this CB and can continue running lower. Now I am moving my stop to the low of the candle. 22979.25. 22979.25. Yeah, because ES is not reacting the way I wanted to. Has traded to first presented February gap of Monday. I think I might hit my daily profit target around these levels on two accounts with the future status. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Where are you from, by the way? Just to know you better. Ah, we are neighbors, bro. But I'm not really in my home country, so don't worry. But previously, like my ancestors are from back there as well. So I'll say, oh, all right. But man, to be honest, future like forex at these times, like, all right, if you do not have any other option, I cannot, I won't discourage you, but it can be highly manipulative. So stay safe. All right, ES is still holding the recent high. We've got 10:30 open. No, I'm not really from Australia. I came here as an international student, like 3 years back. Yeah, if you can switch to futures, look into it. No, guys, if I get stopped out here, then that will be my last trade. Although that can be a good continuation as a short. But I'll call it a day here. Looks like it wants to run low. Right, I will close my long at least and see how this goes here. I've opened a short with stopping myself out at 23,032 and taking my target just below this low. It gives us. Yes, it's still holding this. That will be a shameful trade if it does not invert bearishly. I think it should. But this really stops me out here. I will not be happy about it, but that will be it for the day. And a clear sign that I should close my day. 032.25 is my stop. Yeah. 032.25. We've got this CB, also midnight open price, which it can refer again on 15 minute. It doesn't look good at all on 15 minute. If I show you, it looks shit. And we have still got 7 minutes in this. So I think I did a stupid mistake here, but I'm still going to stick to it. Let's see. Should have just simply stuck with my long and closed my day there. Yeah, that was smart to do. To close after 10:30. So the next 5 minute can be bullish and I might go long. If this 1 minute CB is inverted. Feels like we are on site. And ES is going for those lows, but 15 minute is scaring the shit out of me. We'll see. I'm long. Got stopped out. My stop basically, a short basically played out. So this will be it for today. Not really, man. I think it is going to run lower. Not really. I think it is going to run lower. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Closing this day here at 1466. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Have a good day. Cheers.